What's up, guys? It's Jules. It is time for another weekly cross-stitching update. And there is updates to do about cross-stitching. Yeah. Anyway, I think this starts maybe my third year of doing these updates. So, again, thank you to everybody who has come along for the ride, whether you just started watching on this video or whether you've been watching since the very beginning. I do appreciate you guys. Do appreciate you guys an awful lot. Apparently, my brain's not working very well. We'll talk about that later. What should we talk about now? Yeah, I know. All right, well, let's get into our whip update. As you guys know, we'll talk about this one last, but Apothecary Shop was the focus piece of the week, which was this one right here. So we did make some good progress with that one, but we're going to jump into a few more things first. First up is the Reaper. I am so close to finishing this page. If I had focused a little bit more, where is Reaper? Where is Reaper? It's a little scary when Reaper goes missing off the wall. Primarily because you don't want a Reaper running around the house. And I know you're here somewhere, Reaper. Okay, we just won't worry about it. You guys okay? Alright, you guys are okay. Anyway, alright, let's just go ahead and show you. Here he is. Oh, it's so cool. You can see it. You can see the cowl of his thing there. And then that's his little dark shadowed head right there. But I just got a little bit more to fill in. A little bit here, a little bit here. And then I'm going to come back over on this side and fill in as much as I can on the top part here so it really starts to show up. But that is going to be so cool. So I'm definitely finishing this page this week. There's no way that this doesn't get finished. So, especially now that we're finally starting to see something. Remember, this is the year that things finally start looking like something. All right. Oh, many of you. Okay, wait. Let's go back. Let's do another smaller piece. Hairball? Mercury's got a hairball tickling in his throat. I'll have to give him some more stuff here. Chicago Bears piece. So, got a little further along with Chicago Bears piece. So I got the C fully outlined now, and then the H is coming in, filled in a little bit of this other stuff all through here. But, yeah, it's coming along. Where is it? It's coming along nicely. Just right here. Just a little bit. I haven't done very much. It's a lot of kind of burnt orange stitching to do. So, there's that one. You'll be happy to know that I did do some work on baseball this week. You guys have been asking for it, and I finally got back into it. I'm just finishing up all the loose ends on this one page, but let me pull it back so you guys can actually see it. So, yeah, I mean, that player is really popping out now more. You see his sort of a socks and whatnot right here, and then this is the umpire's head over here that's showing up literally right here. Here, let's pull this down. Come here, you! My fingers are all backwards. So we literally are here, and then we've got this top of his cap right here. So, man, this next bit is going to be, I bet you this next page goes pretty quick. This is page 2 on this. So I think it's going to go by pretty dang quick. But you see I've got a lot to kind of still fill in different spots. A lot of the actual player actually needs to be filled in, as well as all this through here. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, I finally pulled it out and started working on it. I just really need to go through and make sure that I've got all the proper floss colors, because this project is a little different, at least so far, in that the colors that I need for this one haven't really needed for anything else. So I got to go through and make sure I've got everything. I've gotten it all. Yeah? Aw. They're like facing each other and they're like... Alright. Let's pull out... Let's see. Apothecary Shop is going to go last. Rainy Waterloo place. Got a little more work done on it. Primarily just up in this general area. And then I filled in more... through here, stuff that I was missing. I was short on some floss colors, so now I need to go back and do that. So my goal this week on this project is to basically go in and fill in all these little bits so I can finish up sort of this section and I can get a lot more done over here. But that's the goal. But it's coming out nicely. It's going to be so pretty. it's going to be so pretty. So pretty. All right. Oh, I did a bit more on Old World Map 2, because Old World Map 2 is the focus piece for this coming week. So starting basically today, even though this is Wednesday, I released the video on Thursday. It's starting today. Got it? Got it? Sailor. Sailor. So cute. All right. So let's see what we've done. All right. So this is basically the row that I've been filling in, and then I've come back here and just filled in more and more stuff. Almost done with filling all this in. I just need a little bit more there, a smidge more there, and then just a little bit up and down. And I basically started just coming over here and working on the next row because I was primarily just focused on that. Now, what I might do, famous last words, since this is the focus piece for the week, not only do we need to go back and fill in everything that we're missing here, but what I might do is just come all the way across with this top part here with the lettering and just be like ridiculously disciplined about just filling that in. Can I do that? That will be the question. But that, I think, would allow me to get a lot more progress done because of the fact that it's the focus piece of the week. So I would need to fill in like about 4 more columns over here and kind of go from there. And you guys can notice that I am using the pencil on this project. We talked recently about not using pencil to grid on projects that are not full coverage. And these are pretty much all full coverage. And especially with an 18 count fabric, the, can you see? The gridding pen that I use is there, and it's good, but the pencil is just more precise on this 18 count fabric. So it's not going to show up in the final doodad. Even above the top here, it's the framing or the matting is going to come right up on there. So it's never going to show. But that's my goal. That's my goal for this next week would be to finish up all this old stuff and then come across as far as I can with this top part on this next page. Because look how close we are to finishing this. I mean, technically we're getting so much closer considering this top row is definitely going to get done this year. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. It's definitely going to get done this year. And then it's going to be really crazy to like go back and start working on the next one, or the next row, unless we do the column going down. So let's pull this out. Oh, so I am like, where am I? So I'm right here with where I've been. So this is not nearly as complex looking as a lot of this other stuff has been. So we should be able to sail through, not until we get to those last couple pages, and then that's going to be hard. And then coming back here, if we do the vertical row here, which is what a lot of you guys had suggested, I just come down and do the vertical row, then that's definitely something else to do. And it's kind of the question would be, is it more dramatic and more cool to like get the top row done, come down here, and then just come back and just do vertical row, column, vertical row, all the way across, or down, and then another row across, and then, I don't know, we've got plenty of time to think about it, let me tell you. Boy. Get in there. Oh. Boy, am I weak. Whew. All right. Then lastly, and I'm going to take it out of the frame or the hoop to show you guys, just see what we got done on Apothecary Shop this week. And stuff's moving. Why is stuff moving? It scares me. All right, let's look. All right. So, I still didn't finish that part up there, but I came all the way down here, and then I came all the way down here, and it's really set me up well for moving quickly with this page. I did a little bit more after the Stitch With Me on Saturday, but then obviously I don't think I really touched it much after that. And that was a disappointment, because I really wanted to work more on it. What was this weekend? I say that don't I say that all the time? I'm like, what did we do this weekend? Do you guys remember? this coming weekend, we're going to a reptile show. We'll talk about that here in a minute, but I don't remember. It was snowing, I remember that, and I was stitching. Anyway, so I got that part done. Woo! Woo! Alright, and there's that. So, Old World Map 2 is the focus piece of the week. It'll be the Stitch With Me that we'll do that I'll release on Saturday. I'll probably do it on Saturday too, which means it might not get released till Sunday. Oh, we've got the reptile show. So we're going to this reptile expo on Saturday. I might need to do the Stitch With Me earlier, or maybe I'll just do it on Sunday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Sorry. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. Guys, you're too loud. Hey. It's like blowing raspberries at me. So we're going to finish the page on Reaper. We're going to work on getting the baseball page done. We're going to do all the progress we talked about on Old World Map. We're going to make some more progress on Rainy Wildly Place. I haven't done anything on these. Maybe we'll pull this out and work on it. I'm holding off on that for right now. I just need to find the floss for this one, and I can finish it. Holding off on that. Got to get back on that. Definitely every week's going to get Bear's progress. Need to get back on that. Dachshund needs work. I might have done work on Dachshund, but when I looked at it, I couldn't tell what I had done, so I didn't want to necessarily, throw that out there. I still can't find it as well. I mean, I literally cannot find the piece. I've looked a lot. I gotta look again. I'm like, I literally can't find it. I've been looking now for 2 weeks, but I just need to do one of those, like, pull everything apart. I had to do that with all of my my pattern pages and pull all those together, because Boba Fett was something that I wanted to work on this week, but then when I sat down to work on it, I couldn't actually find. I had 2 sets of pattern. One set that I hadn't marked at all on, that I must have just printed out an extra copy, and then the print or the pattern copy that I had worked on, that I had highlighted, and I didn't find that until Monday night, Tuesday night, I think. And so I didn't actually get anything done. So now that I found it, I can get actually some work done on this one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't done anything on this one for a little bit. So less patterns a week, more progress done is what I'm hoping for. Heading towards some finishes eventually. So big news of the week was me crashing on Monday on the ice. It wasn't in my car, and I'm fine now, so everything is cool. But I was walking into work on Monday, and the parking lot where I park had some ice on it, and I had always seen the ice and had avoided it whenever it was there, but it had snowed very lightly that morning, and so the entire parking lot was covered with this fine mist of snow. And I just didn't think about the fact that there was always ice in this one spot, and I just walked right across it, and I just kind of like walking here like this, walking across, and then all of a sudden I went whoop, like straight down. Like thankfully I didn't go whoop, I didn't do that. I just went whoop, and so landed right on my back and my upper back, and thankfully I kind of made sure that my hands were up. I was holding a bunch of stuff when I was walking anyway, so thankfully I didn't put my hands down. I might have hurt myself even worse. But for somebody who's had neck fusion, and chronic back problems, that was the last thing that I needed to do for myself. So really quickly I started getting a headache, my back started seizing up, my neck was seizing up. Thankfully I was able to take the afternoon off, reschedule everything and take the afternoon, just work the morning, and then thankfully my chiropractor was available that afternoon, so I was able to go in and see him, and he basically sort of separated my head pulled my head off to kind of open up my neck again, and it was night and day. I was so out of it and fuzzy, and I didn't hit my head, so it wasn't like it was concussion, but I was just so foggy, and so once he kind of went in and corrected everything, I felt so much better. And I have just a little bit of neck tightness, a little bit of soreness that I can kind of stretch out, but I go back and see him again on Friday for a little maintenance, just to make sure that everything's okay heading into the weekend. But I haven't fallen on the ice in forever. I'm trying to even think. I mean, it's been years since I've fallen. I've gotten really good at walking on snow and ice living out here in Colorado, but you know, when you're not thinking, that's what happens, I suppose. So, reptile show this weekend. We're going to go over after work. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's this big expo they have, I guess, every year. We've never been. We never cared to go before. But because we have Cartier over here, you know, go there and kind of learn a little bit more about crested geckos and sort of see some of the things maybe that they do. And I'd really like to talk to some experts about feeding and just making sure that he is getting enough of what he needs. I mean, he looks great. He's being very active. It's really difficult to tell how much he eats and what he eats because, anyway, it's just because the way you have to mix the food and then it ends up kind of dehydrating out and then it gets all hard and then you got to put new food in. And it's really hard to tell how much he's actually, if he is actually even eating. So, anyway, so there's that. So we got that going on. You guys are crazy. What's over there? Oh, okay. That's pretty much it. I'm still crazy about the bird situation. You guys are awesome. You're doing great. They're getting more used to me. I'm trying to spend more time up here at this table next to them. I come up here and do various things. And last night they actually were on this side of the cage, like right up against the cage thing, and they didn't mind that I was there. And then this morning when I was feeding them, they usually kind of fly all over the place whenever I reach my arm in over in the corner. And for the first time, they always bustle and they fly around. They almost flew out the door, but I was kind of blocking the door. But they landed like right next to my shoulder on the cage. And I just stopped and looked at him, and I was just like, hey, bud, I mean, that's pretty cool that you're that close. And then he realized his mistake, and he flew to the other end of the cage. But so I think they're getting a little bit more used to me. Yeah, that's pretty good. The fish are doing great. And Groot's doing great. As far as having an animal video, I know I need to put one up. I'm really trying to improve the quality of the video, though. I want to shoot something with a different camera and then edit it a little bit better. So, but what that's doing is it's holding me back from actually doing a video because I'm like, I gotta do it better, and so I'm just not doing it. And so I need to definitely pull all that stuff out and then do a video. I really want to do a video on Fargo, like the story of Fargo and how he came into our lives and the kind of dog that he is and sort of how his life goes day after day. But I don't know, we'll see. We might do like one just, this is what living with 7 dogs is like kind of thing. And I don't know, hopefully that's it. I think that's it. And again, another short tour video just because we don't have any new stuff to show. And I've just got a lot of stitching to do, so I always feel like getting interested in stitching. Oh yeah, so on the last video, a couple of questions popped up with, you know, it would be really cool if folks could have a place where they could show their cross stitch. And so what you're talking about is if I put a forum on my blog, and we could definitely do that. We would, you know, I would want to limit. Well, I don't have to limit anything, but we definitely want to have some good thought to go into that, and I don't even know how to do it. I'm sure, I mean, it's very doable, but I mean, we could definitely set up a site where you guys can post your stuff, because I certainly would like to see it, that's for sure. Other than that, I still need to get some writing done, but we're good to go on that, and I got some stitching. You know what I really need to do? I've got about an hour before I have to go back to work, and I need to get the baseball floss. I need to figure out what I need for baseball floss. So I'm going to go get that taken care of and eat a quick bite, and then I'll see you guys during the stitch with me this weekend. Take care. Happy stitching. I'll see you soon.